Just gotta sync up their timers one more time. Perfect. They're all good to go.
Alright, here we go. Another classic Banjo-Tooie any percent. Flameforged missing Klungo skip. Znernicus getting it.
Yeah.
Already off to a great start.
Flameforged with the Klungo cutscene skip.
What are these runners' records, by the way? Do we know that?
Flameforged is running with a 44-41, and Znernicus is running with a 45-36.
Oh, I'm more along meant their win-loss records.
Oh, their win-loss records? I think both of these runners are 2-2, I think?
2-2?
I think they're 2-2. Let me double check that real quick. Either way, with the faster PB, Flameforged will have a little bit of an edge over Znernicus, so this small cutscene at the beginning is going to really matter for Znernicus, I think. Yeah, Flameforged and Znernicus are both 2-2. Flameforged has lost to, Znernicus first lost to Dick, then he beat Polly, and then he beat Oxylin, and then he lost a Mumbo token. Meanwhile, Flameforged beat Mumbo token, lost to Emo, beat Hag, lost to beat Oxylin. So some similar matches. I didn't see what potion that Flameforged had, but looking at both runners, I think they both got blue.
Green and Znernicus had blue.
Yeah, I saw Znernicus' blue potion, but I wouldn't have expected the green potion looking at Flameforged's time. But then again, he did miss the cutscene,
Well, he
so
did miss Klungo skip, yeah.
yeah.
So both runners now heading up to Red Treble Clef, Red House. Znernicus a little low on that first. Gets it on the second try though. Flame also looking like a weird angle.
Yeah. Flameforged was pretty good going off of his beak bust, but just didn't go far enough away from the house, and so when you're rubbing up against the house, you can't really make it up. So both runners losing similar amounts of time on the treble house. Yeah, sorry Harpy, I don't have any commands in this chat. I've never used bots in any chats, so I don't have anything set up for that. So Znernicus taking the early lead to this race, but I mean anything can happen. GGM early is usually a pretty big decider over who takes home the early game. And then lately, the fall to the Jiggy at the bottom of the waterfall has been another big teller. A lot of runners have either fallen off.
Yeah, don't talk to me.
A lot of runners have either fallen off the waterfall or died in at the end of the waterfall cave to the Billy Bob without the Jiggy.
The Billy Bob.
The yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
So we'll see what happens. And then, of course, there's a handbasket of other things that could happen to the runners, too, throughout the race. I mean, earlier today we saw our first console lock of the race, so hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Console lock, more like the first cartridge tilt.
No, it wasn't a tilt. It was definitely a problem with the console, the cartridge. Either way, nothing was bumped, so game just froze. Gogo's had that problem before apparently though, so he needs to get in there with some alcohol and a cotton swab.
That's what she said. Alright, Znernicus will be the first one to go for Plateau early, which is I think Plateau early is becoming the easiest beak bust out of the first three.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely was, like, right from the beginning, I think, because even if people didn't have setups for it, I mean, it's not as picky as the first one to the treble clef, and I mean, it's not as precise as this one, so...
Znernicus falling off the grate a little bit. Gonna lose some time, but actually... Ooh! And Flameforged right behind him gets it.
Yeah.
So picking up a lot of time there.
That was a really fast setup from Flameforged. I didn't think he was going to get it so fast with the angle that he had. Like, a lot of people might have problems, but I guess if you're really good at, like, moving your joystick just that slight amount forward, it's really easy to get with any angle. Whatever you're good at, right?
On his first attempt, he, like, barely jumped up, so I had a feeling that, like, it wasn't going to work. And then when he landed, he just fell off the grate completely.
Yeah.
So that gave Flameforged enough time to cross all of Plateau and get over there.
Yeah.
And Znernicus loses a note nest, so he'll have to go back.
Yeah, he'll still have lots of time on his timer, but a little bit of a loss is Flameforged having the laggiest jump ever over to his note.
Yeah, Flameforged has already hit the work pad, though.
Yeah.
So
Both of them with a 9 on their timer. Znernicus with a safe fall. Both of them falling into the water. Znernicus didn't quite make his jump up, though. I think Flameforged always jumps to the or the left-hand side before getting the jiggy, so it was on purpose. He just missed. However, we got a lead swap now, so Flameforged gonna be first one going in. But I mean, Flameforged didn't take any fall damage because he fell straight into the water. So Znernicus just has to grab the jiggy and jump into the yeehaw. But Flameforged still has to take 4 hits of damage. So I think the lead is still for Znernicus, to be honest, as long as he doesn't death warp without the jiggy.
No, I don't think so anymore because.
Oh no, he had to take 3 damage, not 4.
Yeah, he only had to take 3 damage, and Flameforged has already hit the warp pad.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the warp as well.
Flameforged has taken the lead just barely.
No.
So he'll be making his way over to the detonator section now, with Znernicus right behind. We'll see if either of them get a bad globo. It looks like both of them got a pretty decent spot.
Yeah.
Really tilts me. Like you get that one run out of like 20 runs where the globo's like way down on.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen too many runs where the globo's been like on the other side of the hill. But I mean, it really messes up your jump because when you jump up the hill, like you don't want to stop moving because you have that little, or you don't want to stop jumping because you have that little bit where you don't move. And it's not so bad with the speed shoes because you kind of slide a little further when you do that. But
Yeah,
I mean, when you go down the slope to pick up the globo, it still really messes you up because then you just fall down and hit the water, and then instead of jumping over the moat, you kind of have to climb all the way back up.
The hill of the hut. Yeah.
So Flameforged decides not to take damage to the dude outside fuel storage, so he's gonna have to detonate himself 1 extra time. Hopefully he doesn't.
Shit.
Hopefully he doesn't.
Hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't detonate himself on the TNT box right away, because then he'll have to wait for another stick to come finish him off. And it looks like that's probably exactly what he's going to do here. Oh! Luckily he messed up his detonation and took a damage anyway, and now both runners are exactly synced. Death warping out of here. Znernicus is maybe a couple frames ahead, but I mean, it all could change here. The movement heading over to detonator levitation is... Oof. Flameforged takes a dip, so Znernicus is going to be slightly ahead. But, who knows what happens at the waterfall here. Okay, well, Znernicus got a pretty fast first try. So did Flameforged, though!
Dang, they're popping off. Both with nice jumps off the green coal pots and make their way over to the warp pad.
Yeah.
This is a really tight race now. Gonna come down to the flooded cave section. Flooded caves.
Generator cavern, power hut
Generator
basement.
cavern,
Yeah.
Power hut. Yeah, but what are they called?
I just call it the
Isn't it
underground.
called, like, dark caves. What's the sign outside the entrance there say? Doesn't it say like darkened caverns 2 or something like that?
I don't actually know what that sign says. I've never really
The
looked at
sign
it.
right by
Yeah, by
the
the boulder.
glow and the rock, yeah. I can't remember what it says.
I don't actually know. Yeah, I just call it the underground area. It's
Yeah.
all the...
Cause like there's 3 entrances. There's one by
Ooh, Flameforged gets a bonk, and that was a funny laugh he had on his stream there.
nice bonk.
Yeah, one entrance is by the train station, one is by Mumbo's hut here, and then the other one is in Flooded Cavern. Okay, what does
Yeah,
that say?
3 is
Oh, I couldn't see that.
I can't.
Hopefully
Oh, it
Flameforged will
says
turn his camera.
it says oh my god, how can I not read that?
Yeah, I couldn't see it at this angle.
Okay,
Gotta boot up the console
yeah,
and
I'm
figure
booting
it
up
out.
my console 'cause I'm tilted. I gotta at least see what it says. Because it's just gonna like eat away at me.
Yeah.
Anyways, Znernicus taking a small lead with that bomb. Really showing how Tooie is a game of inches, like all the time.
Yeah.
Znernicus with a good recovery in Gen Cavern. That was pretty good.
Very good generator cavern. Flameforge taking the quick way down off the pipe. Or off the lamp, I mean, not taking fall damage. It's just at the right height where if you fall down, you don't take fall damage hitting it. But not bouncing through the loading zone either. Now we go into Power Hut Basement.
Both of these players, I'm assuming, do lamps
Yeah.
with 44s.
Znernicus had a very fast Power Hut Basement too. Flameforged looked pretty good as well. And now Znernicus is out. Znernicus is currently 23 seconds ahead of his PB, so he's having a pretty good race so far. But MT is yet to come.
A nice antithesis to his practice from earlier.
Yeah.
He said he was struggling in practice. Okay, the sign says mine entry.
Mine entry?
So it's mine entry 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2 being by the by Mumbo's hut, 3 being by the train station, and I believe, if I'm correct, mine entry 1 is behind the detonator box by Crushing Shed.
Yeah.
I believe that's mine entry number 1.
Okay, it's by Crushing Shed. I was thinking of the train station.
Yes, mine entry 1. Well, that exit that you come out of, like go to Old King Cole from Gen Cavern, is mine entry 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot that there was a detonator box to get into the back of Power
Flooded
Hut.
Caves.
No, that is Flooded Caves. That's right.
Yeah.
That is Flooded
The one by
Caves.
Crushing Shed gets into the back of Flooded Caves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Things that you guys never need to know because we literally never use those doors ever.
Yeah. So anyway, backing up to what we just missed while discussing the lore, both runners with pretty good shots to the fire switch. I thought Znernicus was going to be too low, like 100%, but it worked somehow, so he managed to get it in there. Flameforged picked up a gold feather nest along with his red feathers just in case he needed that somewhere down the line.
I think the hitbox of the fire switch is like one of the more generous hitboxes in the game. I feel like you can definitely hit below it and still be okay half the time.
Yeah.
Even above it, you can be okay with it as well.
But I mean, like, I thought he was like underneath it 100%.
Like way too low.
Yeah, I thought he was way too low, but nah. Nah, he was good.
Oh man, Znernicus.
Yeah, Znernicus
Just
with the
whiffing.
89.
I mean, really nice.
Flameforged. Flameforged with the
Oh.
trouble putting in the pieces. All right, he's got an 88 puzzle coming out of that one.
Oh my goodness. Players with just terrible NTs.
Oh my god. Flameforged had his problems with the first puzzle piece. That first puzzle piece refused to go into the right spot. That was just funny to watch. But either way, both players made it through their first puzzles just fine. Nice and easy. after after that, I'm excited to see the next puzzles later down the line.
Can only hope that we got something.
Alright, Znernicus is going to be the first one going into MT. Earlier he said his practice wasn't looking so hot, so he wasn't looking forward to the race today, but, I mean, he's had a really good run so far, so we'll see if his practice does pay off in the end. Hopefully he gets it done. I believe both runners go for just the standard old flap over.
The first person.
Yeah.
Znernicus missing his first one, looks like. And his second one.
Oh, you're like way ahead of me.
Oh, am I now? Shit.
Yeah. Just pause for like a second. Oh, Znernicus is probably running back to the flight pad to try it again.
Yeah,
Flameforged makes it through though.
What's your time?
For Znernicus, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Ooh, Znernicus isn't making it. He's not facing far enough to the left. The door is open way further to the left. Oh no, he tried to go for it a little earlier this time and ended up dying. Ooh, that's gonna be a big lead for Flameforged right there.
Yeah, that was yeah. Znernicus was on a really nice pace. Maybe just the trick got to.
Yeah, at least he got an extra feather nest, so he's gonna be good on feathers. But he just needs to take it a little slower.
You know, he's hitting that flap right when he gets to the wall. You really do have to.
See, he would be fine if he was just turning a little bit to the left. It's a really, really small hole that he's trying to go through when he's so forward like that. And he's going back again. Meanwhile, Flameforged is already at his snake, so he's almost done with Jade Snake entirely. He's going to be going back to the flight pad, so...
So the thing with Znernicus too is, like, he's on the line, but he's just, there's no angle, and it looks like he's trying to time it rather than, like, aim down once he sees the opening.
Yeah. I mean...
That makes sense, like, because he's definitely, like, once you fill it once, you gotta, like, waste 2 feathers resetting your position, and right now, he's trying to set it up.
Well, he's doing the fast setup, which he's doing correctly. Everything he's doing is correctly. And I mean, this is the one reason I don't like doing it this way, is because, like,
Gets a first try there.
yeah, it works like that. Sometimes it doesn't. Like, the hole when you're trying to beak bomb straight forward is just so small. And I know PG does it that way, too. And I mean, every time I see it, it's just like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it's just like, it's just a lot easier to quickly take a quick turn to the left once you get to the top of your flight, so that way you have a really big hole to fly through, and that way you're not going straight through, you're instead kind of going like at a diagonal, like kind of where you need to go. So
Yeah, I think just I just prefer the Exodus method. I know it's like a little bit slower, but it gives you that nice visual cue of that, you know, that vertical gradient. That's when you, like, press A, and then you've got, like, a nice wide opening to the left. I just really like that method.
yeah.
So, like, I can see, you know, maybe not as, you know, skilled runners failing it. So, Znernicus will definitely have to find some time to make up against Logan here.
Yeah. At this point, I mean...
Logan has some good pillars, or maybe get some shit code.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like, it's not about Znernicus, like, playing well. Like, Flameforged has to mess up somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
when you got this kind of a lead.
Well, we've seen plenty of people screw up the swim in JRL as well, so...
Yeah. Seen lots of people
maybe
mess up
save
the
the time for
swim,
that.
lots of people mess up pillars, lots of people Oh.
Yes. We had some pretty
Locking their
crazy-
console.
Alright, looks like we got third try code for Flameforged, so there's a good opportunity for Znernicus to at least make up.
Yeah.
Flameforged releasing the Z button before going into the cutscene there. Znernicus not choosing to blow up the door just yet. I guess that'll happen later. At least he remembers to swap to blue eggs for flies.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of grenade eggs let loose at Bovina. We almost saw some in the race earlier, but Gogo remembered at the last second. Oh no! He takes a dive off the back! He has to...
tumbles off the back of the temple.
Oh, having to run all this way back to the flight pad is just really terrible. Like, I mean, at least you can take a quick path over, and I mean, he's got lots of red feathers to spare, so there's no reason to save any, but... Ooh, I thought he was going to take another tumble there as well.
I was hoping he would like try to go for a fly, but they were all...
Oh yeah,
way higher.
going for a fly at that kind of angle is really risky. Anyway,
Alright,
Flameforged
well,
doing his pillars, probably not going to make this slide. Oh my god, he actually made it!
Wow, I honestly cannot believe that was...
Yeah, that was the essiest line I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was like... he had like no height, and it still worked.
Yeah. But I mean, just goes to show, like, even if you have a bad jump to the pillars, there's different ways that you can kind of make up the rest of the jump. So, I mean, as long as you can do it fine, it works. So
That was weird. He used his flutter there, so he's gonna have to climb all the way over to the boots.
Yeah, there's a lot of runners that do that. Znernicus also getting third try code.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
So not saving much time there, but...
Not saving any time with the tumble, unfortunately. He's just even further behind.
Yeah.
Also misses the bill drill with the rock like Flameforged did.
Yeah, that tumble's just... It's just so costly. It's another one of those things like we saw the other day. Grip grabbing the edge of the kickball coliseum. Like,
yeah.
You just gotta let go and run back.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Znernicus has got to kind of play out of his mind, and Flameforged needs to have like a major choke.
Yeah. I mean, even if Znernicus doesn't play out of his mind, like, it really doesn't matter unless that choke happens on Flameforge's side.
Yeah.
Like, once you get to...
really good piece RNG for this GGM plus. Might get a 90. Oh, man!
I'm surprised
he just needed to slam that in. He just hesitated, I think.
I'm surprised that wasn't an 88 right at the end there. I thought that timer was gonna tick down when he missed putting that in.
He could have had a 90 for sure. Oh no! Znernicus is holding Z a little too long. Slides off.
Alright, Znernicus making it up.
One more. Good height.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Yeah, waited a little bit too long to beak bust. Lost slightly too much height. I mean, it might have clipped, but I mean, it's the same as that one right there.
Yeah.
Those were really good looking pillar jumps on the first attempt though.
The first cycle, yeah.
Those were really good too.
Make it with these corners. Ooh.
Yep, that looked good. Alright, Znernicus out of pillars. Flameforged accidentally leaving the temple after doing his GGM puzzle.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't even see that until he started walking back in.
He's making an act. I thought he reset his console. Making an active throw it.
That would have been a little bit longer if he reset his console, I think.
Yeah, it would have been a lot longer.
Yeah, his hand is going all over the place in the Witchy World
Yeah,
puzzle.
you
That's
can tell
exactly
this
why I
new
don't like
stick
this.
is like, whew. He's definitely got a new control stick because he is freaking flying everywhere with these puzzles.
Yeah.
That was an 81 with. Alright, well the good news is for the players, the hard stuff is mostly over until we get to the swim, which isn't really that hard, but it's kind of like the next throw point. Now we're just going to see like a big auto scroll for about, 10 minutes or so.
So, Znernicus plus 252 on his PB, leaving MT. Yeah,
That stings. That's going to sting a little bit.
after such a good GGM that he had, seeing that on his MT must really hurt. But I mean, I think he saw it coming. Also, this is a really good GGM puzzle. 87 on it though. Flameforged all done his puzzles. Wait, did he do the JRL puzzle? He didn't do the JRL puzzle!
Wait, what is he
What are
doing?
you doing? Flameforged, what are you doing?
What actually is he doing?
I don't know.
Like
Flameforged, what are you doing? Put down your controller and tell us, what are you doing?
In what world do you go back to MT?
And he went back into MT2. You're supposed to reset out of the puzzle, like...
No, he hasn't even done JRL puzzle.
I know, that's what I was saying. You're supposed to reset out of JRL, so why is he running back into MT? Like, what? What are you doing, Flameforge? Tell us. Please tell us. Oh, fuck, that's going in the highlight reel. Alright, Flameforge has a little bit of a problem with his puzzles, but after 78 JRL, he's going to be out of there now.
He was headed over to the code chamber.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do the JRL puzzle, so he was going to do Jiggy Wiggy special.
Yeah, like, I have no idea what's going on with Flameforge, because, I mean, leaving Jiggy Wiggy once is like, oops, I accidentally forgot the route, no problem.
Yeah,
leaving Jiggy Wiggy a second time...
And then entering MT, and then leaving MT.
Yeah, like...
So now Znernicus is only one puzzle behind, which like is still like a lengthy amount, but like...
Yeah. I mean,
Flameforge literally just gave him like a free minute.
Yeah. Flameforge lost over a minute on his Witchy World and JRL puzzle, so... like... I don't even...
But did you get a new brain? Watching.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't explain. Alright, Znernicus starting his JRL puzzle now. As big of a mistake that was from Flameforged, it's still not nearly enough for for Znernicus to catch up yet. It was that was a good time though.
Oh man, Znernicus struggling big time with this JRL puzzle. 73.
Yeah, 73 is a pretty interesting JRL puzzle route to take there, but had a couple problems putting in some pieces.
Yeah. JRL, I always find easiest when you do the insides first, because the insides at the beginning of the puzzle, you have that like torch on the wall. You can kind of see like which pieces are the ones that are like lit up and which ones aren't.
Yeah. Oh, Flameforge got a bonk. Got a bonk on split up.
He is celebrating.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. One thing I was gonna say about the JRL puzzle is I kind of take where the picture is showing to do whether or not I do sides, because late into the puzzle, if you do the insides first, the bottom of the puzzle has the stairs, and they're not lit, so they all look the same.
Oh yeah.
So I usually just like look at the where the light is shining, and then just try and fill around the light. Alright, Flameforged impressed with his new stick and his controller at his egg shot. And he's out of Witchy World. Meanwhile, Znernicus catching up. He's exactly one Witchy World behind. I think it would take about 2 eel deaths.
It's gonna take something.
Yeah.
It's gonna take something big, let me tell you. Because, yeah, at this point, I mean, there's really not too much left. Although, who knows? With Flameforged's aim, he might have a lot of trouble with Hag. So we'll see. I mean, I don't suspect he'll die to Hag 1.
I mean, in the end, he knows that all he has to do is play it super safe. Like, if he plays it... I don't actually know if he, like... I guess he's probably watching the stream. He's in the chat, but... I mean... All he has to do is play the game the safest weenie. He could get ice eggs. He could learn ice eggs right now and be absolutely fine for Hag 1.
Yeah. I just realized, too, that, Flameforged grabbed an extra note nest outside of Madame Grunty's, so I'm assuming that he does that in order to not have to swim to the ones outside of town.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. Yeah. He's not the only one who does that. Can't remember who else it is though. But I remember they played each other in the last race. But yeah, Znernicus definitely like rough MT. Like, I mean, I'm like, I mean, 10 at this point. I'm surprised Znernicus is even behind. I mean, Znernicus lost 3 minutes in MT, like dying twice to the to Jade Snake Grove early, and then messing up pillars a couple times. That is a humongous yikers. Alright. Yeah, 3 minutes is nothing to shake a new stick at.
Shake a new stick at. Alright, so Flameforged going for swim number 1.
Yeah. Znernicus expending the rest of his gold feathers, just in case. Doesn't want to get caught at the airport with him. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, like Kappa, like, nice joke, like, okay, makes it past the swim, and since he doesn't have to grab the 5 notes, he's going to have extra time with the eels, so, at this point, it's really just going to come down to, does Flameforged have a good Hag 1?
I mean, if he gets hit by the eels twice, he could still die, just saying. Maybe 3 times. No, I think twice. I think it twice would do it. I'm surprised Flameforged made it around the eels at all, to be honest. Like, or around the octopus, I mean. Like, he turned left really, really early. Alright, he makes it around the eels just fine. Znernicus just entering JRL.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking good.
Yep. And I mean, he started with a green potion, so he could still get a blue potion and have terrible luck with it, but chances of that, not so good. The Klungo doesn't usually run in front that often.
Alright, so Nern's got to have a really good swim here to even stay in the running. He's pretty high up on the octopus. It's working though.
Yeah. Falcon, Gogo's console locked during the race. During Klungo 2. He's got a dirty cart. Also, I've had Znernicus' audio going for a long time. I should probably switch that around. Totally forgot. No, it wasn't a softlock 10, it was a crash. His console definitely crashed.
Oh man, Znernicus is like right near an eel.
Yeah.
Okay, leave him alone though. That was nice.
Yeah. Luckily, the eels can't make sharp turns when they're swimming at you, and if they lose sight of you, they kind of forget that you're there. It's when they're like far away that you gotta worry about getting hit by the octopus. Flameforged taking the nice safe strat for Klungo 2, just pooping the eggs at the door.
Finishing up red.
Yep. Znernicus just leaving JRL now. He's on his way to Klungo 2 right now as well. Doesn't get meme signed.
Okay, so Flameforged is going to be learning Clockworks, and then we've got the long cutscene before going into final boss, Haggers.
Haggers.
Yeah, Haggers.
Makes it out without a bonk. I think that's only one bonk on split up.
Nope. It's 2 bonks for Flameforged, and I think 0 bonks for Znernicus.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he bonked on egg game as well.
Split up. Yeah, he bonked on egg game and split up.
Yeah, I forgot about the egg game.
He bonked on Bill Drill.
Was it Bill Drill?
He bonked up on Bill Drill and split up. Because Znernicus was the first one out of GGM.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, it's been so long.
Wow. Znernicus waited so long to attack Klungo 2 green. I'm surprised that he was even still there.
Yeah. I mean, if you get lucky and he runs the right way.
Forward.
That's impressive that he got it with a roll. Znernicus doing the correct method for green potion
No,
Klungo
we
2.
never thought it was BM Flameforged. We legitimately thought you were dumb. Let it be known that we know that.
Yeah.
I never thought it was like, oh man, look at this BM. Entering MT.
Yeah, I mean, we've only seen some hard BM once in the tournament out of Gogo in the first round, but other than that, I think the rest has been pretty fair.
Alright. Znernicus finishing up all of his in-game stuff as well. So now we've just got Hag 1 from both of them.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna be watching Flameforged for this, doing his Hag 1 fight with a new controller stick. It's definitely something, like, every time I get a new stick, I always take it into the first-person segments, or the first-person sections to kind of get used to the feeling, because, like, people who just run any percent don't know the feeling of going into Target Zan's maze with a new stick. And
Yeah.
that's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
When you got
All
a
the
new stick
FPS
and you
sections
feel like
that
you're
is
moving the speed of
really
light, and you
low.
can't control where you're going, and you keep falling off the bridge, you keep running into stuff, you keep missing statues. It's not good. And especially first-person aiming as well. So aiming in Breagle Blaster is going to be a little bit difficult, but let's hope Flameforged can nail it out. Oh man, look at how close our runners are. They're almost at the same spot in the cutscene. Lamau! Ha ha ha!
Lamau synced up! Close race! Kappa! The Omega Low?
Yeah. Somehow Znernicus saved a minute somewhere and we just didn't notice.
Yeah.
Alright, but he's out of there. He's going to his real cutscene. Fooled y'all! Ha ha ha! Okay, let's see how Flameforged can handle Hag 1.
Holy cow.
Wow, did he answer the question right?
Lost 13 ice eggs.
What?
Or, ice
Fire eggs.
I said he's already shot 13 fire eggs.
Yeah.
Okay. He's playing with his food now. Here we go. He's got to get out of town shot. Ooh.
Yeah, Znernicus just entering fuel storage, so he's going to be starting his Hag 1 fight right now.
Oh my god, this is aim.
He's going to be about 3 phases behind. I mean, I feel like his aim can be as sloppy as long as he hits Grunny's head.
As long as he doesn't die, he's fine.
Yeah.
Like, he just has to not die and he's gonna be A-okay.
He has to not die and he has to not lose phases. And I mean, as long as he's hitting her, it'll be fine. Yeah, you can definitely tell with the way he's moving around that it's weird getting used to. Yeah, 10. Steel Stick is better than a GameCube stick, though. GameCube stick is really, really, really sensitive. It's like another reason why people don't use Hories for
Nobody
Banjo.
needs a steel stick.
Nobody needs it, but it's a
Flameforged
quality
is
of
down
life.
to 2 health. Flameforged is down to 2 health.
Steel Stick for me is like a good quality of life because it doesn't wear down
He's
as fast as
actually
plastic
aiming.
does.
Oh my god. Okay, he's gonna pick up. He got caught underneath the drill during double mortars.
Yeah. Luckily, he's got lots of health all thrown around, but he's gonna have to watch his health for the later phases because having no health anywhere in the arena is gonna really hurt him if he keeps, like, maybe if he takes damage from the lasers.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna have plenty.
I mean, it's just at the start of the phase, so you never know. Meanwhile, Znernicus is just at the start of his first mortar phase, so he's about 2.5 phases behind. There's one!
Gets hit again. He's aiming like a madman. Gotta get to the back for the first battery. We'll see if he has any problems inside.
Not on that one.
Good battery.
Really good grenade shots coming out of Znernicus on his side, by the way. He's been doing the grenade quick shots, and a lot of them have been looking kind of good.
Are you talking about Znernicus' grenades?
Yeah.
Flameforged up against the wall over here.
Takes a little bit of damage on the laser.
Takes some damage there. He's gonna take damage again. Oh no, he does jump over it in time.
He's got the cutscene immunity coming out of it anyway. That's why when you like take control or right after you take damage, you can kind of run straight through the lasers. Alright, Flameforged on his fight to the death phase now.
Yep. Here we go.
Down to 30 health.
Yep. Did not swap the blue eggs there.
You might just go for fire eggs.
God, Znernicus, freaking! I thought he was gonna fucking explode on that Ugger. Alright, one more phase. He's got plenty of health. He's got plenty of health on the ground. This race looks like it's Flameforged.
Yeah, he's only got 2 phases left to go. He's got lots of health. Everything's going good. Not lots of eggs, though. He's going to have to switch up, I think. Yeah. Oh, he switched to blue eggs for the last shot. Anyway,
He's
so.
popping off. And with a 46-55, Flameforged will take this race in the 5th round. Congratulations. If I can even say congratulations, I don't even know if you deserve it. That was absolutely atrocious. Take a look at the round. Please read it before you race again. Nah. Congratulations. You did very well. You nailed the tricks. That's what's more important in the any percent run. You got to nail those tricks. So, very good job. Even after de-resting, even after having the new stick, Flameforged pulls it out for the victory of Znernicus.
Alright, meanwhile, Znernicus starting his fight to the death phase now. Switches. I was just about to say, like, Znernicus' like Hag 1 fight has been really good, and then he immediately shot a clockwork egg. I was gonna say his Hag 1 fight has been really good up to this point. Not a whole lot of mistakes out of him, but he's looking to get a little low on health here. Killing the Ugger just to make sure nothing gets... And he's got a lot of health right in front of him, too, so I don't think he'll have to worry about losing health unless he tries to beat the race. Or beat the shots. Alright, 1 health left. Ugger's nowhere in sight. And there we go. Finishes it with a... It looked like a 48-32, but... Could have been a 33. Probably a 33.
GG to both racers. Congrats on finishing.
Oh my god, I have so many pings on Discord.